me my coffee. Hey everybody, how's it going? Beautiful sunny day, York, Pennsylvania. We're gonna probably limit the jazz hands today a little bit. It's kind of funny if you go look. We're using the hands a lot. All right, there's jazz hands. All right. So we're a little under the weather, but fighting off a cold. So if I start coughing or whatever, that's why. All right. So today it's interesting. We've been talking a lot about growing your business, and I even forgot. What did we talk about on Wednesday? What would we do on Wednesday? Oh, we did what not to do on social media. Sorry. So, but I thought today what we do is really focus on a mindset shift for everybody on some tactics to grow your business. And I was thinking about this, and we're doing it and getting some fantastic results, and some of my clients do it, and you know, and there's some other businesses that have been doing it for a while and have phenomenal results. So what is that? And I'm determining this center of our network, and that's what I want today's topic to really focus on. So growing your business is about getting in front of those buyers. Well, what if you could bring those buyers, or people that can refer you to those buyers, to you instead of going to each one of these individually, and really maximizing your effort? And we're going to talk about how this ties into social in a few minutes, but I want to go through building your own network, because this is a tactic. Now, this takes a little bit of time, but there's ways now using online tools to make this more rapid and reach a more diverse group of companies or potential buyers. So we want to put you at the center. As a business owner or sales guy, whatever, we want you at the center of this, and we're going to go through some hows on this later. And we want you to be the one that becomes the hub and the connector, because you're probably already doing it if you're doing these things. And there's really only one or two things you need to make that happen intellectually. One is that you have to have some value to give to the group you're building. And so how we do that? Well, most people come back and say, well, maybe I'm not an expert, and they have the imposter syndrome, or I'm not good enough. But if you have a valuable message, that's really all you need. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be around work. I mean, that's ideally, but let's say you're a brewer. You know, you like to home brew. Well, you could start your own home brewing club. That'd be great. And then a guy like me, who's always wanted to get into home brewing, could come to that. And then, again, through the natural progression, you would start talking about that. Or you can do what other coaches and consultants do, is they bring people together that might need their service, and they give really highly valuable information away for free. And the trap here is that you're probably in your mind saying, well, I don't know if I have any knowledge to give. Well, sure you do. I'm going to tell you right now that you do, because it's not about what you think about the value of your knowledge. It's what the people receiving it think about that value of the knowledge. I had a client in yesterday, and she's like, why are you doing these Facebook Lives? It's like you're giving all your information away for free, and I don't want to share it because, you know, I'm paying you. And it was kind of a funny conversation, because I'm thinking that wasn't the response I had anticipated. I would have, self-doubting a little bit and been like, maybe they're going to think these are just goofy. So, but it was nice validation that people are getting a lot out of this. So if you're out there right now, please share it. If you're watching, like it, share it. Turn your notifications on. We got a couple more next week, and then we're going to change the format a little bit next month. So stay tuned for that announcement. So what have we been talking about? If you're just joining, we're talking about how to be your network. Okay, how to growing your business is about getting in front of the people that will buy your products, and we have traditional methods that work. That these are great tactics to use. Going to mixers, networking groups, referral groups, social events, all sort of that to get your name out there. But we're adding something to this, and that's building your own network, becoming the hub of that network, and putting yourself at the center of that, bringing the people to you. And so let's talk a little bit about how we do that. And there's some really powerful tools that allow you to do that almost immediately. Very simple, cheap and easy, free, some of them. And so let's get into that. So if you have a company page, on Facebook, you can set up a group. All right, and like we said, we were talking about, this came to mind from Wednesday's talk, because being able to set up a topical group in a geography starts to bring those people, at least on social media, together, and the number one thing there is engagement. So when you do that, you're starting to build that. And what's interesting is if you do it in a geographical location, then it's really easy to set up a meetup, which is another tool, meetup.com, and set your event, set your presence up, and then have your events, and then publish that right into the group that you've set up on Facebook. And then the nice thing I like about Meetup is that it's organic, so you also get the organic search. And we're doing this, and we've already had some really nice results with that, and we did that in less than a month. And then you grow and cultivate that and bring people together, and they spread the word. And in the methodology is you have to have something good to give them. So we have a lot of great content, and we're going to start our first meetup on the 31st, and that's really going to be focused around the do's and don'ts of Facebook. Talk about setting these groups up and giving some high value content to them. The other thing we're going to do is solicit, what do they want to know, right? Because now since we set that meetup up, I can bring other people in to talk about topics. So if somebody wants to talk about HR, well, we can bring somebody in from HR to talk about that. If they want to talk about emotional intelligence, maybe I'll talk about that, or I'll bring a colleague in to talk about that. It's a great way to do many things at once. Hone your presentation skills, but most importantly, to listen to what those people need for their businesses. And if I can't facilitate that with our company, then maybe there's others that can. So again, a little bit protracted, but it's really easy and fast to bring people together in those methods. So we'll recap a little bit shorter today. I'm running out of steam. It's Friday, fighting off this cold. Be your network. One other tool that's out there is LinkedIn. So you can set up your own LinkedIn group and really make it topical, especially if you've got a business that can run globally or across the U.S. And it's also a great place to cultivate and publish your meetups, so people in that network can come to you as well. And then you have these events. You can say, hey, look, we're doing something very topical. Bring these people together and share your gifts. So just to recap real quick, be your network. Growing your business is about getting in front of your buyer. And we have the traditional methods and tactics which work. Using your mixers, going to networking groups, referral groups like BNI and Earn and all those, and then social events and things like that. So, all right, we're back. We had a little connectivity issue. Gotta love Comcast. Hey, Comcast, love you guys. All right, so we'll kind of wrap this up, but be your network, right? How do you get in the middle of attracting people to your network? So growing your business, we all know, is about getting in front of the people that need to buy. And we have the traditional methods and tactics that work: mixers, networking groups, referral groups like BNI and Earn, and and social events that are all out there. And Facebook has a bunch of events. You can sign up for them there. There's meetups. There's all those things where you go into somebody else's world or some other event and transact business. And those are good tactics. But if you want to supercharge that, then you become the center of your own network. And this is all about today's presentation. So putting yourself at the center, how to do that? Well, we talked about you need two things. You need a message, something that's of valuable content to people, and not to be in your own head. Well, do I think this is valuable, or do they think this is valuable? Because we all have a story to share. We all have some expertise on something, and I know this because we're all human beings with talents that are meant to be shared with people. So don't underestimate your message to others. And how do you do that? So we talked about leveraging the Facebook groups. You can, if you have a company page, you can set up a group that hangs off of that, and you can just say and make it a topical event group along with a geography. And so you could be like carpet cleaning in York, or how to maintain your home in York, right, or Lancaster. And you can set these groups up and invite people to that and various things and start building that online. Now, what's beautiful about that is it extends your reach, right? It's all about extending your reach. And then you can use tools like meetup.com, which is great because you can then say, hey, we're going to set this meetup and events underneath that and schedule that. Is anybody on these? Okay, we're good. All right, so sorry for everybody that's out there. Connectivity in the office days is down, so we're switching to Wi-Fi, LTE, I guess. I don't know what he's got on the phone. But anyway, all right, I'm going to try to recap this one more time and get going here. So, be your network. Growing your business is about being in front of whoever you are, and we talked about the traditional tactics that people use, which are good and they work. But we're adding a new mindset to you as becoming the center of your own network, and bringing those like people that could buy your products or services or learn. Right. So one of the things that I'm a big fan of is to add massive value. Right. So when you set these up, don't be thinking about, am I going to sell in these at all? Right, because that's a trap, because then they're going to be cheesy and whatnot. But if you go in there from service and you're saying, hey, I just want to share what I know and my expertise and bring people together to have conversations and engender a very rich and robust meetup, then do that. So let's talk about how we do that. Facebook groups. If you have a company page, you can hang a Facebook group off of that. You can make it topical and geographical focused, and then you can invite those people into that group and provide and manage and engage those people. And then layer in Meetup, which is meetup.com. You can go out there, set your Meetup there, and then your events underneath that, and then you can share those events back into that group. So now you're leveraging really the power of Facebook to do that. And the other thing that's nice about Meetup is that it's organic. So you will get people that maybe you don't even know, and that's fantastic too. And you need really two things. You need a topic, and you need to be in the mindset of service. How do I serve and share my message with everyone? And I don't know if it got cut off, but I'll say it again. How do I know that you have expertise in this? As well, you're a human being, and we all have gifts to share with others. So this is a great way to do that. So sorry for the connectivity issues today. If you like this, like and share it. Get the word out for us. I'd appreciate that. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Take care.